Hey there! Have you ever heard of creatures so tiny that they seem to defy the laws of nature? Well, meet the tardigrade, also known as the water bear, one of the toughest organisms on Earth. Tardigrades are microscopic creatures first discovered in 1773 by German zoologist Johann August Ephraim Goeze. They were a scientific mystery back then and still fascinate us today. Despite their tiny size, tardigrades have some remarkable abilities. These little guys can survive in the most extreme environments on Earth. From the freezing cold of the polar ice caps to the boiling hot springs of volcanic areas. And the nickname water bear? It comes from their bear-like appearance and their slow, lumbering movement, almost like a tiny bear on a leisurely stroll. These creatures are not only fascinating because of their resilience, but also because they are everywhere in our backyards, in the oceans, even on the tops of mountains. But this is just the beginning. Stick around because we're about to dive into the mind-blowing survival abilities of these little survivors. You won't believe what they can do! Now that we've learned just how resilient tardigrades are, it's time to dive deeper into their unique survival abilities. These creatures can survive conditions that would obliterate almost any other form of life on Earth. Let's take a closer look at how they manage to do the impossible. First off, tardigrades can survive temperatures ranging from an unbelievable -272 dU4C, just above absolute zero, to a scorching 150 dU4C. That's a range far beyond anything we could endure. But that's not all. Tardigrades can also withstand radiation levels that would kill most other organisms. They can endure doses far beyond the deadly radiation levels humans could survive. Here's the kicker. They can even survive the vacuum of space. In fact, they've been sent into space and came back unscathed. No atmosphere, no problem. And it gets even crazier. Tardigrades can survive desiccation, essentially drying out completely. They can remain dormant for years, only to rehydrate and come back to life when conditions improve. These extreme survival feats are what make tardigrades one of nature's most incredible survivors. Their ability to endure the unimaginable makes them a marvel of science and nature. So, from surviving freezing cold to sizzling heat, from radiation to the vacuum of space, tardigrades really can do it all. Now, let's explore how they manage to pull off such incredible feats, starting with their state of cryptobiosis. Now, let's take a closer look at the incredible survival mechanism that allows tardigrades to withstand some of the harshest conditions known to life. This is the state of cryptobiosis, something that makes them truly unique. When faced with extreme environments, like dehydration, freezing temperatures, or radiation, tardigrades enter cryptobiosis. This is where they essentially hit the pause button on life itself. In cryptobiosis, they lose almost all of their water content, and their metabolism shuts down. It's as if they're frozen in time, completely sealed off from the world. But don't be fooled. Despite appearing lifeless, tardigrades in cryptobiosis can stay in this suspended state for years, decades even, just waiting for better conditions to resume life. This unique survival state is one of the key reasons tardigrades can survive in places where no other life could ever dream of making it. In short, cryptobiosis is what gives tardigrades their superpowers, allowing them to survive almost anything. And this incredible ability has captured the attention of scientists all over the world. So, now that we understand how they do it, let's move on to their amazing journey in space, where their survival skills were put to the ultimate test. Now, let's jump into the final frontier: outer space! In 2007, a groundbreaking experiment took place that put tardigrades to the ultimate test. They were sent into space to see if they could survive in the vacuum and harsh conditions of space. Spoiler alert, they rocked it! These tiny creatures were subjected to the vacuum of space, intense radiation, and freezing cold temperatures. And guess what? They survived it all. Their cryptobiotic state made them nearly invincible to the harshness of outer space. In fact, some of them even revived after the experiment, proving that they could survive the unimaginable. This experiment was a game-changer in the study of extremophiles and the potential for life in space. This experiment wasn't just cool science fiction stuff. It was a breakthrough in understanding how life might survive on other planets or moons. Who knows? Maybe tardigrades could be the key to finding life beyond Earth. So, space was no match for these little guys. They proved that life can survive even the harshest environments in the universe. Pretty amazing, right? So far, we've seen how tardigrades can survive in space and defy the harshest environments. But there's more to these tiny creatures than just being tough. In this next chapter, let's dive into how scientists are using tardigrades to unlock secrets of extreme survival and explore their huge potential in biotechnology and medicine. Tardigrades are not just survivors, they're scientific marvels. Researchers are studying them to understand cryptobiosis, the process that allows them to survive in near-death states. Imagine the possibilities if we could unlock this survival technique for other organisms, including humans. These little creatures hold the key to understanding how life can endure extreme conditions. Scientists believe the proteins in tardigrades, particularly one called trehalose, might be the secret to their resilience. This could revolutionize medicine, making it possible to help humans better withstand stress, radiation, and even freezing temperatures. But it's not just about survival. Tardigrades could also help us develop new ways to protect crops, preserve biological samples, and even assist in space travel. Their unique proteins might one day be used to make plants more drought-resistant or preserve organs for transplants. Pretty wild, right? Research on tardigrades is still in its early stages, but scientists are optimistic. Their potential is enormous, and every new discovery brings us closer to applying their survival secrets in real-world applications. These microscopic creatures are shaping the future of biology and medicine. So, from space to the laboratory, tardigrades are proving to be more than just survivors. They could hold the answers to some of humanity's greatest challenges. The future of research in biotechnology and medicine is looking a lot more microscopic, thanks to these tiny, resilient creatures. And now, we've reached the final chapter of our journey into the world of tardigrades. The story doesn't end here, though. Far from it. In fact, it's just beginning to unfold. Tardigrades remain a fascinating subject of scientific curiosity. Researchers are digging into their genetic makeup and how they survive extreme conditions. Despite all the progress, the mystery behind their resilience is far from solved. How exactly do these little creatures survive in such extreme environments? This puzzle could unlock incredible advances in biotechnology and possibly help humans survive the harsh conditions of space exploration or even solve challenges here on Earth. With every new discovery, the potential applications of tardigrade survival traits grow. From technology to space travel, the possibilities are endless. But don't go anywhere just yet. Before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the best way to make sure you get more cool content like this. And hey, tell us in the comments, what's the most mind-blowing fact about tardigrades that you learned today? We'd love to hear your thoughts.